Someone standing behind you?
There wasn't anybody behind me. The reflection in the mirror that should have been me was not me. Some skinny fellow with big teeth.
Are you sure you...
Pretty sure.
Pretty tired? Maybe you just saw?
Cheekbones. Big cheekbones.
No,
protruding cheekbones.
I thought you said protruding teeth.
I thought you
No.
they said
Cheekbones.
Okay, sorry.
I was looking teeth.
He's very
teeth.
gaunt.
Big,
very gaunt.
big cheek fellow.
Big cheek, yeah.
Are you sure you perhaps didn't just miss-see? We've been under a lot of stress.
Have you seen me scream or holler once since last night?
Robert, there's nothing unmanly about it. That's not what I meant.
I'm not saying that there's manliness in not screaming or hollering. But I ain't one to get out of sorts too easy. It scared me is all.
All right. I'll get up and I want to go to the bathroom.
Okay. The ladies have cleaned up the broken glass of the mirror.
Okay, I want to look in. I don't know. I'm assuming it's fairly small, like a little one person. Like
yes.
Sure, it's like a little one person bathroom.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, with the tanks over the toilet.
Yeah,
and everything.
I'm just going to go there to where the mirror was.
Okay.
Or whatever.
And it's just plaster wall. Relatively, solid plaster.
That's what I'm saying, but it's not like someone had opened up. Someone was.
Oh no, there's no openings. No.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a window in the room, but it's not near where the mirror was. Actually, if you want to we can say it's set up just like this bathroom here.
Yeah, that's fine.
The mirror would be on this wall.
Yeah.
Across from the door. Or no, the window would be on that wall across from the door. The mirror, what's left of it, is over the sink.
And like I said, I'm just going to kind of knock on the plaster a little bit.
Seems
and
pretty
just be
solid.
like.
I mean, it's not like there's some kind of secret passage.
That's all I meant. Is like I didn't know if it was some weird something going on or he's. Okay, I'll just come back out.
Okay. You gonna fetch your fiddle?
No, I don't think. I think that's
right now it's just sitting in the case open.
I think the time has passed now for.
No, remember it's sitting in the case open.
Oh yeah, I mean I am going to go back up there and close it up.
Someone's moved it. It's not laying down.
Yeah.
It's like standing up in the violin case. Nobody's around it.
Okay.
People are just dealing with what they're dealing with.
That's fine.
Talking with each other.
I'll just go back and actually lay it down in the case. Put the bow where it goes. Close the case up and latch it.
Steve, you catch movement out of your eye. And you look over and your coat's kind of askew from where it was laying on the floor a second ago. For a second you thought it moved. Glancing over, check. I look away and then I look at it. I look away and I look at it. No, it doesn't appear to be moving. Erik, you get your violin.
Yep.
I'm assuming you guys kind of have placed your sleeping areas next to each other. Is that a correct assumption, or should we not assume that? For the fact that you're the only, you're the only people that know each other, as far as that goes, on the.
What do you think there, Robert?
Would you guys have set up kind of next to each other?
Maybe.
Sure. I mean, you've got to know each other better than anyone else on the thing.
Maybe near each other.
Okay.
Even if he is a bit uncouth.
Yeah. He doesn't smell, so that's good.
Right.
You go over there, you click open your pocket watch to check the time, and there's like the reflection is very clear in your pocket watch glass.
Okay.
And it's not you. It's a tall. Even you kind of get this idea that it's somebody tall and thin, clean cut and handsome, sunken eyes, protruded cheekbones, and a face contorted in grief.
It's probably one of those things that I'm looking at the watch when I kind of just gradually am able to pick up the fact that it's like
you check the time out and then it like in the movies it comes into focus.
Right.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's exactly what you're like.
Well, it's because you're.
Well, it's almost 7 o'clock,
and
then all of a sudden, and then you're like, that's not me.
Yeah, it's because your eyes shift. I mean, really, it's like you're looking at the time, and then all of a sudden your eyes focus on the reflection, and you're like.
That's exactly the face you get. So why don't you make me a saving throw versus paralyzation? You want to roll high?
Why don't you fail your saving throw?
I should have told you to roll low.
Get mad.
What do I want to do, Steve? Roll high or low?
High.
Are you really?
Oh, you're so mean.
You want
Steve.
to roll high.
You don't want to tell him that. You want to tell him he needs to roll low, and then he probably will.
Sorry. You made it.
17.
17. Very good. That's over your paralyzation.
Yes, it is.
Save. By quite a margin. It's a shock.
Yeah.
And then it's gone.
What the deuce?
Okay.
That's awesome.
What the deuce?
And actually, literally, I mean, I'll drop my watch at least.
Okay, it falls to the end of the chain.
yeah.
It hangs because it goes. It's hooked onto one pocket of your vest and
Yeah. And they'll
Okay.
kind of like
You
pull it up by the
look
chain,
up and there's that little girl reading a book. She's just staring at you.
and I'll just pick the watch up again and just like look at it right quick.
Yeah, it's just you in there. When you can see the reflection, it's not easy in there. It
Yeah.
was real clear. That was like super
Yeah.
weirdly clear. She's just looking at you like. And then she goes back to. She turns another page and starts reading.
Yeah, and I'll tuck it. I'll kind of look at it one last time and tuck it back in my pocket.
Steve, you noticed this happen.
You notice what the deuce, and he drops his pocket watch, and then he grabs the chain and pulls it back up, and he looks again at it, and then he kind of closes it. You said he closed back up, and you stick it back in your pocket after another look.
You handled that better than I did.
And what?
Whatever it is you just saw.
Just caught a reflection, I think, from someone else in the room. How do you know? How do you know?
Nobody around him, Steve. That was funny though.
I just told you how I know. I just told you what happened. What happened to me in the bathroom.
Some townsfolk are starting to kind of wander into the church. Keep going. This is happening while y'all are talking. It's a little after 7 o'clock. It's probably 10 after by your watch right before. You did that!
Yeah.
Get out of my watch, you bastard!
I think you're right. Something is strange about this place.
Nothing's been right since we left Baltimore.
We'll have quite a Christmas story to tell every year from now on.
I ain't telling anybody this story ever for the rest of my life.
You've read Dickens. Yeah. Your character has, obviously.
They'll lock me up in one of them sanitariums.
I didn't say anyone would believe it.
Are you putting bullets in the gun? Okay.
I'm just messing.
But no, it really is religious, dude. Townspeople are coming in. Quite a few townspeople coming to the church. By around 7:30, people have gotten out hymnals and they're starting to sing Christmas carols.
Okay.
It looks like just about everybody in town is probably here. Reuben Turner has brought his fiddle.
Okay.
I don't think he was in the place when you started playing Silent Night, because by that time the townsfolk had all kind of headed back out to their homes.
Right.
Wait a minute. No, I'm mistaken. You don't see any sign of Reuben Turner. Sorry.
Okay.
And there's a few less people. There's missing faces. You're not sure who people are. You didn't always get names. There are a couple people. One guy was well dressed. And Reuben Turner stands out. You've talked to him quite a bit. Other than that, you're not sure who's not there. Several of the passengers from the train are also missing.
Okay.
You don't know where they've gone. Passengers have been wandering in and out the whole afternoon.
Sure. Like go to the telegraph office or
telegraph office, yeah, or wherever exactly. And there's a few that you're like, there's a couple people that you know you don't see. But it looks like most of the town again is here.
Okay. The gentleman you said there was a person wearing a suit or that's dressed very nicely?
No, there was earlier today
earlier.
when almost everybody in town came for lunch.
Oh, okay.
At the time, you didn't ask who it was.
Right.
But there's plenty of townspeople around, so.
Right. Well, I mean, I assume that everybody might kind of chime in and sing some Christmas carols.
Yes, that's what they're doing. They're singing Christmas carols. They're singing hymns, Christmas hymns like Silent Night and
Right.
God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, whichever ones were around in 1890. I think some of these might not have been yet.
Pretty sure. I'm hoping some of them might not have been either. I don't know.
I don't know either. Damn, where's Jeff Smith and his cell magic phone that tells you all the answers?
Yeah.
Silent Night, copyright.
Steve, how about your magic phone?
It's not that important, is it?
No. We'll figure it out. I'll check Silent Night if it wasn't around. Just a Christmas carol.
Well, I want to be factually correct. Steve. Okay, I guess I'll just kind of maybe join in a little bit. I'm not a great singer, but you know.
Most of these people are. What's his name? Zachary Butler? He's there.
course.
He sings very loudly, especially the hymns. He seems to know all the hymns by heart, all the Christmas hymns as opposed to carols. And he knows some of the carols, but he sings loudly, but
Poorly.
well, yeah, loudly but poorly, but with gusto, I guess you could say.
Make a joyful noise. Hymns to keep the spirits away. Robert, Russ?
Hope so.
A gaunt fellow. Attractive, but gaunt.
Big cheekbones.
I wouldn't exactly call them big, but he had a very sunken expression.
Did your character have his gun out?
No.
Just checking.
He had a very sunken expression.
Look scared.
His face was contorted with grief.
Yeah, he looked sad.
Looked sad, yeah. More sad than scared.
Sorry.
Looked scary.
I ain't for staying here any longer than I have to. I wish they'd hurry up with that train. That'd be a Christmas miracle.
Well, then we'll have to. Then we'll have to pray for less snow.
No other mirrors around, are there?
No, but now that you look around, there seems to be lots of reflective surfaces. People, belt buckles.
You can't see your reflection in a belt buckle.
Oh, shiny one you can't? Okay, maybe not belt buckles.
Hold still.
Pieces of glass. That's the thing that's the most. Is you realize every single piece of glass in this church, in the windows, reflects everything that's inside the church. And the light, with the darkness outside, the light inside turns them almost into natural wind and mirrors. You've also noticed more and more that you keep looking at something you think is moving near you, but then it's not moving. But things seem to they're slightly out of place. You know what I mean?
I grab my coat and shake it out real good.
Okay.
Go through the pockets. Varmints in my coat.
All right.
I'm gonna kind of fold my coat up, put it under me, and sit down on it.
Okay. You do so.
I think I might be going slightly crazy.
Coming in?
I think I might be losing it.
Your violin case is open.
I mean,
The latches, someone's unlatched. Nobody's been over in this corner with you guys. You sang some hymns with people and that kind of thing, but everybody's kind of has, like I said, people have broken into big groups. And the townsfolk are moving amongst people and kind of being nice and talking.
someone keeps tampering with my violin. I'll just like hit the latches again. And
Someone keeps moving my coat.
And they're moving it right now.
there are lots of people in here, and it's not like it's the most secure building. It could easily be drafty in here, or someone could have bumped this, or one of the townsfolk could want to see my violin.
And that was your reflection in your watch.
I don't know what it was. But I'm not going to try to claim that it's some sort of vision or madness. It's more madness than it would be any kind of spirit.
What about the blue sparks?
That jumps into your head. It's like somebody just hits you in the face with a hammer.
I
I
know.
mean, you saw the knife floating in the
I know.
air. You saw the gun floating in the air.
If I had to grab that gun, what do you think would have going to happen?
Probably the same thing that happened to the first man. One of us would be dead.
Just saying. I mean, if that's the worst thing that happens over the next day or two is that my coat moves a little bit, that's fine. Once I get to a warmer spot, I'll burn it. Get a new coat. But
this isn't, it can't.
come on, say it.
You see movement down by his hip. The little leather thing that hooks over the gun isn't hooked anymore. It's just kind of hanging loose.
Okay.
You noticed him earlier, I believe.
Yeah.
Hook it once you guys came in church. This was a long time ago. But now you suddenly notice that it's just kind of, you know how leather will kind of spring up a little bit when it's not hooked correctly? It's just loose. It's open.
This is going to be, I don't know, he might attack me. I don't know what's going to happen. But I guess I'm kind of losing it too.
It did. You thought you saw movement. You look down, and it's just kind of hanging where it's not.
Did his arms or hands move? Are they anywhere near?
No. I think you're sitting now, right? You're sitting on your coat.
Sitting on my coat.
He's sitting on the floor. He's got his legs up, and he's got his hands kind of in his lap.
I don't want to go too crazy.
And he's looking very intently at you because you guys were having this very intense little discussion.
I'm trying to kind of play my character. I won't go too crazy and be like, Robert, your pistol.
You see it now that the hook's unhooked.
Oh, damn it. I'll hook it back.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a little something to hook it, and you know that.
Get it good and tight.
Yeah, it was tight before.
Grab at the pistol and pull on it a little bit. Make sure
it's not going
slip
anywhere.
loose.
Oh, dang.
My bullet! Barney, give me your bullet!
Yeah, exactly. That would suck, wouldn't it?
You see movement again.
But this is
And it's unhooked again.
But this is a church. This is a whole. Your pistol's unhooked.
It's trying so hard to keep a straight face and I can't. The giggles make chuckle pants over here.
Sorry, I'll try to fill up.
But this is even if it were spirits, this is a holy place. This
Andy.
is a church.
You're unloading it. Okay, yeah, you get the bullets out.
Put them in my pocket.
Okay.
I'll
You can
holster
keep
it back.
talking while he does that.
And I'll loop the leather thing over it again. And just put my hand on it.
Okay.
Even if this were something spiritual, this is a holy place. There couldn't be ghosts or anything else in here, could there?
Are you asking me? I don't know. I don't know anything about ghosts.
I don't either. I'm a doctor.
I don't know a whole lot about holy places, to be downright honest with you.
I don't either. I am a doctor.
Something ain't right.
And everybody else is just kind of singing and
No one else, trying to get into the Christmas spirit.
no one else seems to be kind of like, this is. I mean, you don't see people like constantly messing with something.
No, actually you don't.
Tampering with something.
When you look around, you take about half an hour and you closely start observing.
Wow, half an hour. Okay.
Well, I mean, you guys are just kind of sitting there and joining in the songs when you feel like it.
No.
You're not. Okay.
I don't feel like
Are
singing.
you going to join in any songs occasionally?
I was going to try, but now that this weird stuff's going
Okay.
on, I don't know. It's a little bit hard to.
But
kind of
nobody else seems to be like nervous, shifty. Like if stuff like this was happening to them, they're not showing it at all. And this would be unnerving. I mean,
Yeah.
but
Perhaps
in that time, you do notice again out of the corner of your eye, you look, and something is slightly moved. You think you're pretty certain. There's one of your shoes is on the floor. You got your shoes there
Yeah.
because you're wearing those boots you
Yeah.
borrowed, and you notice that one of them is turned slightly. You thought you saw movement when you looked.
Yeah.
You didn't see it actually move.
Right.
But you're like, I thought I put those prim and properly, right where they're supposed to go. And you notice this too. Every once in a while, you think you see some movement that seems out of place, and when you look, something looks like it's been slightly fiddled with. But there's really nobody close to you guys. Like I said, it's a big church. People have found their own little spots. You guys are in a corner. You're kind of isolated as far as there's nobody directly right up against you. The closest is that family with that little girl with the book, and all of them have gone over and they're singing. Even the little girl with the book seems to really be enjoying herself singing Christmas carols and hymns.
Hey, Doc.
Yes.
If you were going crazy, would you know it? I mean, can you tell if you're going crazy? Or do you just all of a sudden you're just crazy? And do you know it if you're crazy? I mean, or do people just look at you and be like, wow, he's crazy? Even though you think you're not.
I'm not that kind of doctor. So,
Nobody really is. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't.
Psychiatry is
I don't know.
not much of it.
Well, this must be what it feels like to start going crazy.
I'm starting to feel a little unhinged myself. Perhaps we're just overwrought, Robert.
Unhinged and overwrought.
We've been a bit through some traumatic experiences, indeed.
Murders, ghosts, train wrecks. Yeah, I would count those as some of the most traumatic experiences one could possibly go through.
Perhaps.
They're at least in the top 10.
I don't know that I'm ranking them. I wish these shoes would stay where they're supposed to stay.
Yep. Next thing you know, you're going to be punching your shoes. Because they made you mad. Inexplicably angry at your shoes. That's what going crazy feels like. Hatred towards footwear.
And mirrors.
And mirrors.
I think it's just funny that you become enraged by that.
Yes. Ah!
You come around there. The kid's book. She's like, "What?" Something like that. The book.
Don't you read at me? My hands are wet.
Good gracious. Oh, that's a
Yeah,
cream soda.
Cream soda. Soda de la.
Okay. Anything else from you guys?
No, we're just a little bit.
Name babbling.
It keeps happening. It's very. It's a little disturbing.
Actually,
But it doesn't happen like every second. There's pauses. It happens at random times. And go ahead.
I'm gonna all of my stuff
Yeah.
is gonna be in one spot where I can't see it. Behind me, I will lean up against my backpack or whatever. I just don't want to look at any of my things right now.
Well, this doesn't just happen to your stuff. This has happened to the things that.
But I can't
You'll
control
notice.
other people's stuff. At least I can move my stuff.
I see. The things break up after about around 9 p.m. The townsfolk head back out. Little girl comes back over and opens up Little Women again and goes back to reading. And you give her that look. She opens it up and she kind of just glances your direction, sees you looking at her, giving her that the hairy eyeball. She goes, And then she goes back to reading her book. Her little brother kind of stumbles over and collapses onto some of the blankets and just seems to go right to sleep. The father and the mother are talking quietly amongst themselves. The rest of the people, there's a quiet murmur as people start to nod off and go down essentially and go to bed. Anything you guys want to do, or just try to get some sleep now? There's some lights on in the church, but most of the lights have been turned off. There's enough light for people to kind of see. And since it's is it electric already? No, it's still probably lanterns and stuff. Baptist Church. Coal furnace. The Baptist Church has a coal furnace. Indoor plumbing.
That's amazing, actually, especially for this
Yeah,
very
yeah.
rural, seeming West Virginia
Yeah.
town.
Well, this is probably one of like maybe 4 or 5 buildings in the entire town that has that.
Oh, nice. There's that.
You've noticed most of the men and some of the women chew tobacco.
Yeah.
A lot of brown stains in the snow. You noticed that today?
That's gross but funny.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that would have stood out. But anyway, yeah. Oh shoot, what was I saying? It's kerosene lanterns still. There's no electricity, so most of the lamps have been either turned all the way off. There's only 2 or 3 that are lit. Okay.
I'm just gonna grab a blanket, cover myself up where I am,
Right.
and go on to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, and in the process, Andy, I'm gonna actually like take the blanket and like pull it over my face so it's like I can't see.
That's how I always sleep.
I can't see stuff moving around. It's just like I'm just gonna, in case something crazy is going on, and I don't want to open my eyes and accidentally just like catch something from my eye moving. So I'm just like I'm not gonna get back to sleep now.
Okay. You're woken abruptly. Lights just pouring into the room. It's the next morning. You can still hear the wind blowing outside. You can still see the snow coming down. It's over 3 feet deep now, you guess. The church women have come in around 9 a.m. and they prepare a massive egg breakfast. You ever had West Virginia scrambled eggs? They have scrambled eggs with no milk.
Okay.
So they're very heavy.
I like scrambled eggs with no milk. That's the way I make scrambled eggs.
Then you make West Virginia scrambled eggs.
I love West Virginia scrambled eggs. Then.
It's the same women that came in that first night to make soup and everything. They it's just that same group of women. That's the only ones that come in that morning. Yeah, they make a big scrambled egg breakfast. There's some toasted bread, coffee, and they make sure everybody gets fed.
Okay.
You guys continually notice things moving. Things
Getting the hell out of this
haven't
church,
been moved. Okay.
I'm getting out of this church.
Okay, where are you going?
I don't know. I'm gonna go walking.
Gonna go
somewhere.
down and read some more of those awful newspapers.
Yes,
that
I will
got-
go buy another newspaper.
Another one?
Yes.
It's only a weekly, dude.
I don't care.
Okay. There's a mess in the telegraph office. It looks like somebody has smashed. It looks like somebody has smashed the telegraph with a hammer.
Son of a...
Clyde Johansson, the guy you met the other day,
Clyde
is over there, kind of. Is it? Yeah, Johnson. Thank you. It looks like Johansson.
Clyde.
Here. He's fiddling with it right now, and he's yeah. Oh, howdy.
What happened?
Somebody came in last night, smashed it up. I'm gonna have to. It could be fixed, but I'm gonna need parts from Grafton. So
Parts?
yeah, it's gonna be after this weather's passed.
Wait here. I mean, I'll be right back. I'm going back to the church.
Okay, you pass brand new brown spots in the snow from from Chaw.
Okay.
You want job?
Nice case, Steve.
Go back to the church.
I need that on
Gotta
camera.
find him.
You ate breakfast and started noticing weird shit and walked out immediately. So he's probably still just finishing up his food and probably you're chatting with some of the either other passengers or some of the local ladies, whichever you prefer.
Yeah.
Probably passengers.
Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
People
everybody's
like,
Merry
what's-
Christmas.
Stop.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Where is that?
That little girl again.
Where's that box? With all the broken stuff.
Oh, I assume that's probably still at the train.
Oh, you're kidding me. I thought you brought that back.
I know, I'm sorry.
That was his violin case that he
Is
brought
it,
back.
is it important? I mean, it was ruined.
Come with me. Get your coat.
Yeah, it was really smashed up.
Get your coat.
Let me get my boots on.
Yeah, get your boots on.
Take my shoes off, Andy.
Okay,
Put on those
put the boots on.
And
Yeah.
I'll put my. I know it's not as heavy as it could be, but it's heavy enough maybe to keep me warm while I'm walking a little bit in the snow.
Mhm.
So I just put my coat on and my hat, as beat
Okay.
up as it is.
Stop that. It's not that bad.
I like your hat, dog.
It's all-
Yes,
it's not.
yes,
It's
it
only
is
a little.
a-
It's seen better days, but it's
Yeah.
still pretty.
Yes, it is a little rumpled. Kind of like me now, I think.
No, it hasn't been a week since your last bad.
Come on.
What's the?
Where are you going?
what's
Now
the
back
matter?
down to the
the
telegraph
rack?
office.
Okay. Yeah, you go back down there. It looks like somebody smashed the telegraph with a hammer. Johnson is trying to fiddle with it and try to get it, but he says, "Oh, hello. Did y'all introduce yourself? You never did introduce yourselves to him last time.
Not really.
So okay, he wouldn't call you Doc or Doctor or anything. Like that.
What happened?
I don't know. Somebody came in last night. Must have just busted it up. Door was locked. Don't know how they got in.
You said the door was locked.
When I came this morning, yeah, locked it up. Don't want anybody steal my printing press.
But
You guys seen printing press? Even if it's not like even if it's just a size of a desk, it's still solid steel. So. And the door opens again, and it's David Wells, the constable. He goes, Johnson, somebody just came by and told me that somebody smashed up your telegraph. Says, yeah, I sent the. Oh gosh, I need the name. I sent that Fisher boy down there to tell you. That was 20 minutes ago. Somebody came in, broke in, must have, and busted up the telegraph. Wells kind of looks it over. Can you fix it? No, I'm gonna have to wait. Get some parts in Grafton. It's gonna require, and then he starts going into some technical jargon that goes over your heads. Obviously, goes over the constable's head too. He's just like, okay. Damn, this is as bad as last year. That's the constable.
Bad as last year.
Constable.
Yeah, bad as last year. Somebody went missing from the train that crashed here last year.
Excuse me.
Wait. It's strange enough. Okay, train crash last year, same place,
Yeah, it is.
Same time.
Yeah.
but somebody went missing last year.
Yeah, some reporter.
What about was the telegraph machine smashed up last year too?
No, telegraph machine was fine last year, but some reporter was here walking around town. Who was he? Dolores. Oh, what the hell? This isn't him. This was me. Doris Cutler. He was talking with her, and then he vanished. They didn't find out until they got to Cincinnati. He wasn't on the train that they took him up to Cincinnati on. I don't know. Johnson wrote about it in his newspaper. Johnson Beams. Yep, something happens around here I write about. That's right. Freedom of the press. You can't put down free. All right, Johnson. All right, I know we've had this discussion. I'm not trying to put
Take a
down
walk on
freedom
the
of the
train, Doc.
press. I'm just trying to tell you, you don't have to write down everything that happens in this town.
Just a moment.
Sometimes you've got to write down everything. That's freedom of the press. All right.
Constable,
So, yes, sir.
may I have a word with you outside?
Oh, sure. All right, Johnson. Once you get it fixed, get it fixed.
Are you aware?
Did you go? You went outside too
Yeah,
much.
I'm going.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna-
Constable,
You guys close the door. It's cold out here.
Constable, I'm Dr. Jacob Heintz.
No, he shakes your hand. He names himself again.
Yeah.
Who is he? Yeah, David Wells.
Constable Wells, are you aware of any peculiar happenings in your town? Have you ever had anything strange happen at the church? Odd sounds, odd sightings?
No, there was some people murdered a couple years back.
Murdered in the church?
He kind of looks around. No, they weren't murdered in the church. There was some people killed last year. Wait. Yeah, last year. Last year.
Before or after
And in
the
order
train?
not to have a panic, it was back in April of last year, but well before the train came through. And in order not to have a panic, I said it was a murder. It wasn't. It was some kind of animal. Ripped them apart. Don't say anything. I don't want people to start panicking again.
Well, we've
But
heard,
We heard wolves.
wolves.
wolves can't open doors and get in people's houses and kill them.
Then are you certain it was an animal and not some person that just...
Yeah.
I mean,
You didn't see these folks. They were ripped to pieces.
I hope you'll forgive me, but I mean, some of the townsfolk have had muttered some rumors about one of your other towns members, Zachary Butler.
Exactly. He's simple-minded, that's all. People don't like simple-minded folks around here. He's in church every Sunday.
No, they just said he's potentially dangerous.
No, Zachary Butler's not dangerous. And he could have done what happened to these people. Come on, I'm trying to find the details that he might have.
Where did this reporter go missing?
Here.
We don't know. His name was Gravitz, I think. He was always asking questions. Mostly harmless ones, but...
And this was after the train wreck?
Yeah, he was on the train when it wrecked. He was one of the people that came up to town, we came back, we got them, brought him in. He was always walking around town in the woods. It's like he couldn't sit still for more than an hour. And a lot of people find that pretty amusing. I mean, most people just sit around and stare if they have nothing better to do.
Walk around in the woods.
He was walking around, talking to people, asking questions.
What kind of questions?
I don't know. It was mostly harmless questions, stuff about who goes where, and is there anybody you see that seems suspicious? And everybody knows everybody around here. Nobody seems suspicious to anybody. Doris Cutler, she was Cutler's son. Yeah, I see that flickering too.
No, it's up to 30 minutes, so this will say anything.
Oh, is it? Yeah, we'll get it in a sec. Doris Cutler, Cutler's girl, she tried to tag along with him apparently. And so I asked her about it because apparently the train got up to Cincinnati Cincinnati. He wasn't on board. Nobody knew that he wasn't on board. It wasn't like people took a head count. It was when the train came to pick up the folks last year, everybody got on. And apparently he wasn't on there. She told me, Doris told me that he was frustrated and angry because he was supposed to see his fiancée for Christmas, and they didn't get back by that. And that he also told her that he thought something fishy was going on around here, but he wouldn't say anything more than that. Here we go. About them other people, McCullets, the ones that were murdered. I mean, that has nothing to do with this, but I don't even know. You asked me about crimes in the area, and that's about the only thing that happened. Although, it wasn't really a crime, because their bodies were just mauled and mangled. It was like some huge wild animal had gotten in their house. But doors were locked. Windows were none of the windows were broken.
Was it just the two of them? Did they have children?
Oh yeah, they had children.
Were they all killed as well?
Everybody in that house was killed. There was
That's
Teddy
horrible.
McClellan.
That's horrible.
He was on the church board of trustees. There was Mary, and they had 5 children.
This reporter, do you remember what he looked like?
I don't know, handsome, skinny fella. High cheekbones. I don't think he would say that.
Well, no, when he starts to say, like, he said skinny.
Handsome, skinny is what he pretty much tells you.
Blonde hair.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I said blonde. It wasn't blonde hair.
Oh, was it? I thought you said in the image.
No, let me see if there's a description, a better description. Dark hair.
Oh, sorry.
His dark hair, I can give you a better description. Dark hair is cut close to his head. His eyes are deep set. His cheekbones are prominent. Tall and thin young man.
Okay.
And that's what he gives you. And it does jibe pretty much with,
Yeah.
that's the description that he gives you. And it's pretty close. So, we never found any trace of him. I figure he decided he wasn't going to wait for the train. Just either started walking, in which case, if he walked away in something like this, he's never coming back. Or I don't know what.
And you haven't had any more animal attacks since that one?
No, especially not inside locked doors. And if you can figure out who did that, I'd appreciate it too. But do not tell anybody in this town. I don't want people starting up stories about animals walking through walls, or I can't explain it, but as long as people just think it was a murder.
Did Dr. Korik, I guess, did he inspect the bodies? And
Nobody inspected bodies but me. Nobody knows. And I told, and he kind of nods towards the telegraph office, that they were murdered. Their throats were slit. And I told him it was probably somebody passing through. Wait, let's see. Probably some vagrant, some villain passing through, and I know, and the police up at Grafton know, and they're the ones who investigate. And I want these people knowing, or you're going to have people panicking.
well, see your point, Constable.
So I'd appreciate your. I hate when I can't think of the word I want to use.
Candor?
No, it means when somebody does something that is.
Discretion.
Yes, that's exactly the word I'm trying to find. Thank you. I would appreciate your discretion in this matter.
Of course.
If you want to read about it, you can read. He keeps all of his old newspapers.
Yeah.
No, people didn't do this
Actually.
yet. People didn't do air quotes back in 1890. What he calls newspapers. What the hell?
Ambulance.
That's an ambulance, yep.
That's not good.
Mhm.
Could be worse. Could be coming here.
No joke.
Anyway,
Thank you, Constable. And I'll just kind of tip my hat.
you're welcome. Yeah, he's got like a winter hat. It's all
Yeah.
tucked in.
Yeah, my ears
You guys
are
are getting cold.
Yeah, my ears are cold.
And then he kind of heads off through the snow.
Kind of shaking a little bit, actually.
Yeah, probably. It's cold.
Well, it's not just because
It's warm and toasty in the telegraph office right next door.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I would like to go back to the church, but at the same time, I'm not so sure. I just know that I'm cold. I hope that's all it is. You said you wanted to go down to the train?
You're cold too. Standing for 10 minutes
Maybe
talking
not
with
right
you.
now.
Yeah.
I thought maybe if we got that box of smashed up telegraph parts, maybe he could use those pieces to fix his.
It's not a bad idea, but I mean that box is pretty badly smashed.
Why would someone want to smash up the telegraph unless they don't want anybody outside